Hello and welcome back to a personal code of conduct. Yoruba, H factor, early in the morning start of this podcast. I am your host, Dio, and today our topic is a will to continue existing. So which is funny because I started all, hi, welcome to a personal code of conduct, and that kind of vibes, but well, yeah, that's not the kind of vibes that we're giving. It's giving the will to continue existing, I think. Just know I don't have that. Oh, fuck. It started. I know it's funny things. I had a short moment of clarity, and all my Monday to Saturday blues cleared for these 3 minutes. And I was like, fuck. Now I can't have my edgelord conversation as to why I do not have the will to continue existing in this wicked world. Oh yeah, I'm back to using my mic. Cool, isn't it? Wait. Is this mic even on? Am I see? Okay, it's on. I'm back to using my mic, which is something I haven't used in forever. Oh my god. I haven't used my mic in forever. It's connected to my phone. I was thinking, it's going to be an Audacity thing. I was also thinking I was going to be a not gross human being, which I think I'm going to do tomorrow morning if I wake up. I just spent the whole day being dead asleep and not escaping for the real world from for a couple of hours. I'm forcing myself to sleep as much as possible, and I keep saying that I want to take it a day at a time, but I never do anything about it. So I'm slowly building up, says the girl who has still not bought vegetables for the week and who really did like her diet. I don't know what the fuck she's doing right now, and she's not buying the vegetables and it's 8 p.m. and later she'll start complaining that she has fat thighs. What the fuck? Oh well. But we're going to go back to healthy eating, back and not consuming things like a cow. Anyways, we're going to continue with this topic. You listen to too much Bill Burr. I feel like he has at least a mic or something, a structure somewhere, a script written somewhere, which I actually kind of did today. I actually did write a lot. I thought it was just going to be one of those passionate episodes, but I've gotten distracted. Okay, let's start with this. I was going to say the will to live, or I don't have the will to live, or I don't have the will to live anymore, but I was going to say that title would have been too dramatic, I don't have the will to live anymore, yada yada yada, and all that jazz. I was going to be oh no, I don't have the will to live, but as a title. But I'm going with the will to continue existing, as if this is going to be kind of inspirational. It's not. It's just sounding very bubbly, but it's going to be sad all through. Should I stand up and get closer to my clothes? Maybe that'd be better. I don't know. Closet, I'm locked up. Clothes offer a better sound resistance. I don't know. But I think I like this. So my phone is connected to, my phone is connected to this big ass mic that I have. I bought last year, and it was supposed to be vibes, improving my podcast, getting better, have a story, be cool and shit. But it's not. I should write my proper, because I've caught up with Walker of Worlds. I don't know the author of Walker of Worlds, and I also caught up with one random Dan May novel as well. And I think Walker of Worlds is a very inoffensive novel, a very inoffensive Xia novel that I can use to base my Yoruba cultivation story on. That is off point. Let's go back to the misery that this episode was supposed to be about. Okay, yes, I am just too tired and afraid of the rest of my life, to the point that an early demise is almost on par with living with the fear of continuous living. Yes, I think the only thing that terrifies me about death is the fact that I won't say I'm irreligious, I am at the back of my mind scared shitless about hell. It's just I see too much shit in the world to honestly believe really there's karma, there's something that helps. I don't like the idea. As much as it's funny how my mind has chosen to be terrified of non-existence rather than internal damnation. It's almost as if even though I can wake up with the chills with the idea that the evil has come for me, the magic, not really the magic, the curses. I feel hyper realistic. I really like the hyper realism thing, but also that we often like to do with Nigeria inspired, Yoruba inspired magic, and how, because people still have a lot of beliefs about this stuff, but about it. In fact, with any religion, if you believe there's a higher power, then you should believe you often believe there's a power against that power, and that's how, like, human. Because I know I've mentioned it definitely, like, with like this whole religious thing. Us as human beings, we're just too fucking amazing. Like, I feel like if anybody has their head, who thinks, like, who, like, I won't say even thinks 110, because I'm not that smart. I'm not smart at all. Nobody's smart, actually. Like, anybody who, what's the word, like, it's just a vibe. Anybody who's just a freaking vibe, like a human being who exists. I feel it's like, we feel like even when we are living our lives day in, day out, just going out, breathing, doing what society expects of us, like, somewhere at the back of our mind, we hope that there's more to this. We hope that somewhere, someone, somewhere, like, thinks that we're really fucking cool. I think that's, like, where religion really comes in, because people are always like, oh my god. Yeah, like, literally, they're like, oh my god, like, because they want somebody to think they're cool and freaking special and worthy of life and joy and happiness. This was like my early days of starting this podcast, where it's like, couldn't even keep my mind on a straight topic. This is supposed to be like a miserable one, but the earpiece to my ears make my voice sound better than it actually probably is sounding. Off point. Anyways, so, like, continue the existence. Like, what do you do next? Like, do you go and no, I remember last year my whole was like, oh, I'd be earning a decent amount in naira, but like our economy has crashed. Like, at that point last year, I think it was like 300 it was like 400 and something to the dollar, which was like, I wouldn't have been earning like $1,000, but I'd be earning like, fuck. I miss when like a 115 naira was a dollar and banks were paying like 150k to GCs all of a sudden. That'd be so fucking cool. But our currency is like trash, and banks are paying a lot more than that in naira. But like, to the dollar, our currency is rubbish. It's so unfortunate. But I'm looking at investing, making more money, having savings in places that work for me, hoping that money doesn't collapse, hoping that all these startups don't get destroyed, because my savings are all in startups. I should get like my money and put it in like a fucking like financial startups, like that are trying to replicate my banks. This was supposed to be about me being miserable and me not like having a mindset of like wanting to continue existing. That's weird. Unhinged. So let's see. So continuing existing is terrifying, because like, am I going to have to like interact with people? And really, it's actually not that scary, but I always like wrap it in my head. Oh, I'm terrified. This person is so important. Oh my god. Like, it's so easy for me to hype somebody in my mind and be like freaked out when I meet them. Like the super chairman of the conglomerate I work for, like when we had like a meeting with him, I was choked up. Oh my god. And constantly trying to defend myself. Fuck. Okay, sure. Or constantly, or just like trying to be calm, not giving a fuck, trying to sound smooth, and getting better at presentation and not like be broken into like middle pieces when somebody questions your logic. The thing is, I'm a human being. Can you tell? I have a podcast that I say to like, I don't know, like random few people, except when it's like yeah. I think I should have a dramatic title, but I don't want people to start texting me and being like, dude, are you alive? I have you deploying, like offing yourself and shit. Like, nobody sounds like that. Nobody I know sounds like that. I just want it to sound like that. That's weird. That's fucking stupid. But like, the earpiece in my ear and the mic on my hand, I don't think I can. The earpiece in my ear and mic on my hand makes me feel like, oh, my voice sounds so much cooler than it actually does. It doesn't. But like, I should go and get vegetables for tomorrow. But like, I don't wanna. I really should go and get vegetables for tomorrow. But I don't wanna. I wanna, but I should. I really fucking should. You know? Anyways, maybe I'll have energy on Monday. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. I can't think of anything healthy to eat, like, meanwhile getting the vegetables Monday afternoon rather than like Monday morning. Fuck. Anyways, Okay, now the question is, another question I asked myself was, when am I finally going to do things that I'm ought to? Okay, what are the things I ought to? One, buy vegetables on time, chop vegetables on time, have energy. I think the thing that I'm supposed to do is to have energy. I think running up and down would give me energy, like just mindlessly running with a headphone. That should give me energy. But the thing is, I do like doing a lot of hybrid calisthenics work, because it's like you stand up and down, you step up and down. You don't have to wear anything special, but running is like, like I'm a sheep person with boobs, like tissue. It feels really uncomfortable. Fuck. But I feel like I'll be dedicated to walking, and now that there's nobody holding me back, nobody holding me back. Don't listen to my voice. I'm not going to like edit this. Now that there's like nobody holding me back, yeah, fuck. Like not like holding me back. Like I walk really fast, so like I want to be zip out of that door by 5 o'clock. Be noticing the wall, and like actively. Okay, yeah. What are the things I ought to do? One, Dio, set up like an actual goal. Like you have people who are gingered. You have people who want to work towards success. Don't be a devil down and spreading misery. I think this podcast is supposed to be like the outlet for your misery, the planning for your future, the opening of your mind. Don't go and spread that to other people who are just trying to vibe and have ideas and plans for their own future, and not be a fucking waste of space, and not having to think about how they should have learned how to code in university and like plan for their future and waited till they graduated and wasted a whole year of NYC. Like, fuck, I shouldn't have done that. Fuck. Now they're going to give my number to somebody and I'm expected to be like the older advisory person. I'm a dirty human being who wants to be in a corner. What the fuck? Anyways, yes. What are the things I ought to do? One, you need to get your skills together. You need to know what you know, then you need to learn how to market yourself. Because like you constantly say to your older siblings, you want a remote job and you want to earn in dollars, which is a goal. You need to find a way to get yourself to that level. Like, how do I package myself? How do I present myself? I need to get serious about this shit. And it's not even I need to get serious. Like, this is the next stage of my career. I need to be consciously wanting to like experience growth. I need to be able to take responsibility without taking emotional baggage, which is something that taking responsibility doesn't mean you should attach your self-worth to it. Being responsible for something doesn't mean you should be blamed for something. I thought this was going to be sad. Well, it is kind of sad. But like, I'm trying to have a personal code of conduct, even though I don't see much value in living, because it's a question of this, like how I put this. Why? It's a key question of why the fuck are we doing what the fuck we're doing. It's like, why are we continuing to exist? Like, why the fuck are we doing what the fuck we're doing? Like, okay, what are we going to do next? We go to school every day. And the thing is, everything we do can be fucking ruined. Every fucking thing that we've tried our best at, we've tried to be amazing at, we've tried to know, we've tried to answer, we've tried to... Let me be far away from this mic and see what I seem to answer. Okay, yeah, it actually does work. I get terrified every time that this mic is not working. We've tried our best. We've done our work. We've done everything to make fucking sure that like it's fine. That it's all just fine. I want to get a good ass mic and be like, yes, announcement. I have a mic. I carry this mic to work. I need to get like good like earpiece splitters. I'm like, yeah, I just sound good. I just sound fantastic. Accept the fact that I sound fantastic. And I need to find a way to speed up my laptop, because like I need to be fucking serious. Like, get serious about improving yourself and not being cheap, and I don't know, get somebody who's really good at hardware and just like improving yourself, not being cheap. And I don't know, like actively follow through with something that you want to do and get good at it. Because oftentimes people are wondering what the fuck were they doing with their lives. Like, is this like a plan for their future? And I know I've mentioned it before, but I feel terrible for young men, because like as much as I'm terrified, they're terrified about my future and all this kind of stuff. Like, I'm the only one placing this pressure on myself. Like, society isn't placing this pressure on me. And as much as I can be like, oh my god, the sexist, yada yada yada, I think it's great that like I'm not like, people want me to do well, to not be like a baggage in the household, especially with like difficult economic situation in the country. But like, even though I'm not actively thinking of like being in a relationship at all, remotely at all, like people are not like in the society I'm from, there's not this massive like crazy pressure to like be a man. Because I think that's the only word I can use. Like I can imagine like you don't care for life because you're like, oh, what the fuck is the point of like existing? Because you go on, you build houses, you start schools, you do this, you breed. Like what the fuck? But people are like, you're a man, you should do like what a man should do. I'm like, oh my god, I don't want that pressure. Like fuck, like I'm already a shitty karma individual. Like how would I now be if somebody was placing that kind of pressure on me? Like, ew, what the fuck? I don't want. But I'm personally pressuring myself and it's driving me crazy. Imagine if I had the pressure on myself and like actively other human beings were trying to place the pressure on myself. I want dollars. But then again, to get like the things that you want, you need ambition. And what the fuck is I don't have ambition? No, I really don't fucking have ambition. Which is oh my god, is a horrible thing to say if you're somebody who actually wants to get like I won't say a better job because I like my job. If my job was like in my country and in a country that was developed, oh my god, it'd be fabulous. You know, it'd be fucking fabulous. Like I wouldn't even be thinking of even the fuck. Which is the whole thing. And the thing is, even developed countries are not safe because everybody, like, people in power terrify me. I know this is like a tangent, but it's all like somewhere jumbled somewhere in my mind. Like, okay, this is one of the reasons why I don't want to live. Like, not like I don't want to live. Like, I don't see the point of continuing to exist because it's like, the fuck, why? Everything is so difficult. I don't wanna. See me like when I'm sleeping for accents. I don't know what the fuck. Like why? Because like people could go to fucking war. Like my house could collapse right now. I could be incinerated. But getting like somebody raise their voice like slightly higher at me when I accidentally interrupted them in the middle of a meeting brings me to tears. Like like I get like nightmares and I'm terrified. Like, oh god, like there'd be a war and we'll all be tortured and raped and everybody would die and society would collapse and stuff, like yada yada yada, because it's like men are being stupid politicians who only worry about their ego and shit like that. But like it's like equal. It's really fucking equal to like somebody just yelling at me and because like I accidentally, what's the word, interrupted them in like an important meeting. Both of them bring me to tears, and that's why I don't like the human condition. Why do those two things affect me? It's like, one thing, I cannot control an individual's emotions. You should take responsibility, but you shouldn't be emotionally attached. You shouldn't attach your self-worth and your ability to defend yourself to like work. And you cannot, like, yeah, you could be fucked up and die, but like what do you call it? It's like you can't control those things. If your country goes to war, if you get horribly mutilated and shit, like I know this is randomly going to go to like a very veer off sides to have often. It's like I really don't know if we should I miss being 22. I'm 24 now. I'm old. I'm going to be 25 in like 4 months. Fuck, I'm basically 24 plus. It's simple. Like I've gotten to the point of my 24-year-oldness that I'm supposed to be putting plus anytime I'm saying I'm 24 plus. Like, cause like I'm almost 25. It's already August. Like what the fuck? Oh my god. Why? Why? Well, no, it exists. Muffler. I'm talking about the phone and microphone. I don't know. It's like I'm just very distracted and like I'm unable to sound serious and miserable, and I'm like lacking a desire and continue to exist and accepting the fact that I've been laying down for an entire day and my house is a pigsty and I have been cold on the floor, not moving, and then complaining that my thighs are huge. Shut the fuck up. Ambition. Yeah, I need ambition, but that's the thing, what is this driving substance? That's the thing about like things like preference, things like hope, things like ambition, things of like feelings or things that we give as reasons as to why we do the things we do. Like the fuck, it's not like any of those things, you know? Like, okay, like what is the driving force behind your ambition? Like that's the thing. I know I've mentioned it several times, but I feel like religion is just a fucking cop out, because you could just be like, God, yay. I think all of us just don't want to think about death, kind of, maybe. Yeah, that might be the thing. It's the thing, right? That's the thing. Like, religion is just like a huge cop out. We're just like, yeah, I accept the fact that this is a situation that is happening. I do not want to think about it, and I'm going to totally accept, like, oh yeah, this is the energy I'm giving. It's giving. I'm using that word. It's not as if I know how to use the word in a complex sentence. Stop using giving in that context, because you don't know how to use it. Okay, that's off point. Anyway, okay, I'm trying to read my notes and it's not making any sense. Week after week. Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, this is be continued. I'm just in third paragraph and I veered off like this. Oh my god, I started to realize this is how my initial podcast was so fucking long. Week after week, I say I get better at follow-up. I would gather this and that, and I cried when somebody. Okay, I think I've mentioned this part, but like I wasn't reading out of it. It just flowed naturally into the conversation. Oh yeah, I'm too old for this. I've also mentioned I'm too old for fucking shit. Okay, the world is scary. There's no flow. It's like economies are going to collapse. Are people going to have too many children? Are we going to survive the next election? The next election is terrifying. But like, yeah, fuck. I hope we have a country in one piece, because like I can be very misandrous in my thoughts about like peace and stability. Like the same way I feel like I'm so glad I don't have like the double standards of society. I don't have the expectation that I am expected to provide, because men who break under those expectations just retreat into themselves and become a shell of their former lives and of themselves and just shatter. And if they don't end up succeeding, or if they just like completely give up and are like wastes of space, it's like they're either like, if they don't, or they just continue grinding to the end, even though there's no end in sight. And I'm just like, oh, cool, I guess that's miserable. But like, everybody has their own shit, but like, things are fucked up for everybody who's not rich, I swear. And even the powerful, they do crazy decisions that get their asses assassinated. What the fuck? Okay. Yeah, I'm terrified for the next election, because I'm like, men who have their childhood dreams ruined are now going to kill everybody because their lives are ruined. You know, typical human behavior. It's just that one person has more societal like power to do this crazy, ruin somebody's lives. Actually, I would say like it's more like rich people have this kind of power, because like spiteful wealthy women can do the same to like poor men and poor women. It's just that rich men can do it to everybody, and even other rich men if they do it behind their backs and shit. Okay, what are the material things I want? Oh yes, I want a 3-bedroom tropical British colonial house. Like, the reason why it has to be tropical is because I'm Nigerian and I really do like the the British colonial style houses. Like that's like they have this that has like the cabanas, the pool, the fans, the sliding doors, the wooden deckings, the face, the ocean view, the gardens with the trees, with the hanging trees everywhere, and then I want the interior to have like maybe like the living room. I never mentioned it, to have like a more I am at the beach, not at the beach, but like I'm Indiana Jones type human being, doctor. We had a makeshift thing as we went to try and steal from the natives, those kind of vibes. But the upstairs, like the rooms, to have like more like Yoruba themed fantasy culture, have more carvings and all those nice doors, and maybe like a pool house shed that has like ancient pre-colonial contacts, like Yoruba style shed, but like the main house itself is like a colonist house. So like that kind of shit, you know, just like the aesthetic. I'm too Nigerian to like anything other than the aesthetic, just the aesthetic, man. Okay, yeah. My career wise, my ambition, the thing is I don't have a why, which is the thing that bothers me about the concept of ambition. So it's just like things I want. So it's like I don't have a driving force. There's nothing pushing me like I'm gonna die if I don't achieve this. The fuck. Okay. So it's like, so they're just things I want, which is like I should become more of an adult and go after the things I want, you know. Oh, I said I wanted to do interesting analytics work on a well-coordinated team, which is something I want so desperately. I want to learn from a senior who knows what the fuck they're doing. You know? I want to cry. Yes, I want to cry. The fuck? And I want to take responsibility without being emotionally attached. I want to make sure that, okay, these are my tasks. I will complete my task from 8 to 5. I will not get distracted. I'll give myself 1 hour break to properly learn APIs. Like, dude, like, properly learn APIs. To properly learn APIs. And, yeah, I'd give myself time to properly learn. I know, like, what exactly do I want to do? What am I trying to achieve? Like, look for a job post on, like, look for a good quality team you can join. I'm always so terrified that, like, this thing isn't recording, and I'm constantly going to go and check. Are you recording? Oh, fuck, it is. That's why I yelled out into the mic. It is because, like, this like connector is like really flimsy, so it terrifies me. Anyway, oh yeah, this was the part in like the notes where I went miserable about my past, and I was like, oh my god. Okay, let me just tell like missed opportunities. I'm very sure I've mentioned like one time when I was in Leighton Gate and miserable. I think I'm still miserable, but it's a whole different kind of misery. This is misery with I can afford shit, you know. So like I know I've mentioned I can afford shit, so I cannot just go and like run off into the sunset and try for better opportunities. I think I'm in a phase. This is like a 2020 phase, and I'm going to do fabulous. I know. It's like 2020 August when I got really into like data science and like being a vibe, studying and shit. I should have really gotten Coursera earlier, you know, and gotten a job and not been in tutorial hell. Fuck. Who the fuck? Why did I suddenly cross my mind? But I am forever grateful and proud of myself of this decision I made in May 2021. Like, I was brave, I was courageous, I did not let anything hold me back, and I decided to go after what I wanted and just go for it. Like, I didn't have anybody who was willing to give me advice, give me guidance, to tell me what they know, to tell me they had plans, they had this to do, they had that to do. They knew that, okay, this is what I should be doing, this is the scholarship I should be getting, this is what I should be knowing, these are the things I should put in effort in, or anybody who wanted to entertain my annoying ass. But I will forever be proud of myself, of the courage, the amazingness, the willingness, the desire to fight for my own future that I feel. It's like, yeah, I might have fallen into like a trap after that, but like I do kind of like my trap, and I'm like, take ambition, fix your mistakes before they like follow up, get better, be happy, and just write a list of things you're expected to achieve each day, even though you get fucking distracted. Fuck. And just do them. Just fucking do it, you know? Nike and shit. Why did I come into my head like, what the fuck now? Anyways, I was going to go out to list things I regret not doing. I feel like I've wasted a decade of my life, like since I was like 15. Like, let's forgive Dio till SS3. Let's forgive SS3 Dio. I'd be like, because Dio was fucking amazing, you know? And I feel like from at least year two is when I should start beating myself up. Like, why didn't I fucking learn how to properly code? Like, why didn't I just do that? Like, yeah, like, why didn't I properly get really good at software engineering? Like, why did I just like go to class? I would say I did the bare minimum, because like I was the 2-1. Okay, it's actually the bare minimum, in my opinion. If you do the bare minimum and you do your stuff well, you get a 2-1 in your university. I think in a university that you don't have sadistic motherfuckers, you get a 2-1. Like, you keep your head low, do the bare minimum, you get a 2-1. In my opinion, at least for a student of my caliber, that was the bare minimum. You know, I'm happy with myself. I'm a fantastic, very brilliant student, but like, that was the bare minimum, especially when I got on serious. And ignore that. Anyways, I am fucking distracted. Anyways, what am I thinking of? My brain is not working. What am I thinking of? My brain is empty, suspiciously. So yeah, I wish I properly learned like Python. Like, I was so turned off from like Python. Okay, I kind of I really did like attempting, but it feels like so abstract because we're still working on. We didn't actually build any programs. We didn't attempt to analyze data with it. We didn't like do anything with it. So it was just like, oh, this is just like a calculator, you know, and like you learn syntax and shit. Like I didn't really like. I didn't even know anything. I was like, what the fuck? I was just knowing Andela, what do you do? I was just like disappointed in myself and shit. And even then, I think one time I was really especially disappointed in myself was 2020. I just used that year to get fat. Oh my god, I just fucking used that year to get fat. That's just what I did with 2020. No, not 2020, 2019. Sorry, I just wasted the fuck out of that year. I'm just like, I could have been a superstar if I properly knew data science and like actively worked, okay, yeah, this is what I want to do after uni. Like, what are the opportunities? Looking for myself. I'm not a serious human being, you know. I'm so used to being incredibly lucky. Okay, no, I am a serious human being. Like, before I go and shoot myself in the fucking foot, I like things. I like analyzing things. I like understanding concepts. I like knowing things, you know? And it's like really nice. And I like order and structure and people. I like learning systematically. I do enjoy like going off and being hyper fixated on fixing something and starting a project and just building endlessly. But like, and like, it's one thing I try to aggressively learn teamwork. It blew up in my face because you worry about like people's egos, especially if you work with dudes. Because God, their egos are fragilistical, egotistical. Like dudes of whatever age have really fucking fragile egos, and you're just like, the fuck. But then again, women also have fragile egos, but we're used to having it shattered and broken and destroyed, and well. Yeah, it's your ego, and then you stand up and accept your fucking shattered ego as the shattered and destroyed like that. You know, the usual, just girly things. Oh my god. Oh yeah, that was not all the mystery. Like I had the opportunity to learn like hardware like management, like Cisco in SS2. The fuck. I had the opportunity to learn it in university. I had the opportunity to properly learn Python in university. Some people had C as their programming language. Like, people like tries, but like they don't like. Great idea, awful execution. That is like Unilag in a nutshell. The fuck. Great idea, awful execution. Then Andela came along. People started hearing gist, like learn how to learn software development, and like the Andela bubble burst. But like I could have had like a very good amount of knowledge before the Andela bubble burst, and I feel like it would have given me structure and shit. I think a couple of people are like trying to beat the robotics wall dead and living their dreams of making an impact. And I'm just like, the world is just beating them and we're consistently getting older. And as middle class people, we're told that like at least 30 it's time to start a family. Like for young men and women later in their 20s. And now women are marrying in their 30s, and says the girl who's going to the wedding of a 24-year-old in October. Not my wedding, but like I'm going to the wedding of a 24-year-old in October. But like a lot of women are getting married in their, or I have to marry men much older than them because of so much stress and like fear placed upon young men to be able to provide, to be able to have ambition. And the thing is, when somebody comes from a particular household, they want to at least provide minimum a lot better than their childhood. The choice said me. Now, I want to say the same as their childhood, but like middle class people in Nigeria have seen like they've seen military regimes. They are slightly stunted. Yeah, they're middle class, but they're like slightly have their growth more than slightly stunted. Have younger siblings who are much bigger than them because like the economy improved. Like those people who were born like Jonathan regime, like are taller than those of us who were born during like the military regimes, and they have their standards for what but they had access to the internet. They have access to see what is possible with the kinds of thing. Like, yeah, your education system is not that good, but like the internet your societal situation is equal. So like the internet lets you know like some certain things, and you're like, okay, this is what I'm looking for, these are the certifications, these are the things I need to build, and strive for that. And you have a lot of men not marrying till they're 35, 36, and they're going after 20-year-olds because, well, the lady they had a crush on, girl they had a crush on, she's married right now. She's gone after, like, she's gone with a 30-something. Things that men much older than me terrify the fuck out of me. Like, Jesus, they scare the fuck out of me. Like you know, all these workaholic people who, like, they work so hard but they party irresponsibly. Jesus, ew. Well, that's a lot of workaholic, like, got into success old dudes. Like, it's really fucked up. Today I was like with women who are much younger, and I think I want to chill out with somebody my age, so like, and that'd be cool, and that's fine. It's so weird thing that some people, like my fellow weird weebs, are like adults with jobs and they're still posting weird anime content on group chats, and fucking adults who have presentations and who fucking have presentations, have deadlines, have reports to prepare and data to analyze, and I still fucking writing really rubbish stuff on group chats. Oh yeah, there's the other thing, the realization that people are younger than me. I got hit in succession 2 shockers in 3 months. One, somebody my age is getting married. I'm going for the wedding, and she's a cool chick. I thought we were going to have like a singles December. We'll make money together. We'll earn in dollars. We'll make a ton of money. Then we're gonna spend some money in like Cape Verde or the Maldives or something, and have like a singles retreat. Only for me to find out she's a married woman. In my mind, during you got in the proposal, you're basically married, and the wedding's in October, and I'm just like, oh my god, cute. But like, we're supposed to be dead idiots together, and my favorite dead idiot is a fucking introvert. Like, my other favorite dead idiot is a fucking introvert, and she hasn't spoken to me in months because she's worked herself to death. And I never thought she'd be a workaholic, but then again, considering her dedication and passion to church, yeah, if she finds somewhere she's dedicated to, she'd just fucking do it. I should speak to this babe and take her somewhere, but I'm so fucking stingy. Like, no, I remember one off-point thing. Somebody asked me for money. I did give them the money. I'm not particular, and the first thing that came to my mind was, fuck, I wish I had all my money tied up so I wouldn't have to give this person any money. But like, I have no excuse. I can afford it. I'm in a good place, and this person seems like somebody trustworthy. Just borrow me the money. That's fine. Anyway, and I try to not be like a shitty human being. This was supposed to be like the will to consider existence. This was supposed to be like cold and mysterious, but then again, it's just rambling and weird. I've been listening to too much Monday morning podcast, or Thursday afternoon, day before Friday, Monday morning podcast. Too much of that. Like, it's just like my mind is like in too many places. The fuck. Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, I think I ended. Ooh, I finally got into the end of my notes. I won't say I'm terrified of racism, because I'm terrified of its root cause, that people are just shit. Like, Jesus Christ, like, people are just shit. Like, like, you just hear horrible shit that people just say, and it's like, nah. Like, I'm just terrified of people being cruel. It's not like racism is just a symptom of the fact that people are just shit. Like, people wherever you go to are just terrible, and they just want to be terrible. They want to look for, like, even if you consider me a shitty animal, like, in your mind I'm somehow inferior, like, you wouldn't fucking treat your dog this way. So the fact that you want to treat me badly for existing, no, you're just a shit person. It doesn't even matter. Even if you go and write all these scientific theses, oh my god, treat Africans like they're not humans or anything, like, you're still a fucking shitty person. Like, just accept the fact that you're just a shitty person. You just want to treat somebody maliciously. You just don't want to grant them opportunity. You're just a shitty person, and that's just it. Just accept the fact you're a terrible person who wants to cause suffering to others, who doesn't want peace in society, and you don't mind suffering. if other people are going to suffer too. And you realize that a very large amount of people are like that. So it's like, it's just a symptom of the fact that a good amount of people are cowards, like majority of people are cowards, myself in many situations inclusive, but not in all situations. And some people are just shit. And myself in situations, in very few situations, but I have been a shit person, a villain. Somebody, and okay, also maybe I tend to overthink. I'm like, maybe I have made this human being uncomfortable. Did I undermine their opinion of themselves, their value of themselves? Am I a shit person? I didn't mean to be that malicious, did I? I don't know. But like, people are just horrible, and that's one of the things that terrifies me of continuing. Like, do I have to like continue to exist with you, or do I have to produce more human beings who are going to exist with you? People like, and that's the main reason, and one of the reasons why I started a personal code of conduct was why like, why the fuck do we do any of these things? Like, I mentioned the things I want, the things I want to have, the things I want to do, but I don't have a why, and I'm not like religious enough to be like, the Lord gave me why to continue to strive and be successful, which is like a really very useful thing about religion. It just gives you the will to do shit. I don't know. I don't like the things I think that is the one key thing. I don't know whether I should look for a why or I should look for peace within myself and accept if there are things I want. I don't know the future, I don't know the past. I should just go after the things I want. It's like stoic hedonism, you know? Stoic hedonism. I should go back to reading the writings of Marcus Aurelius, but like, I also accept the fact that I understand I can take things and I like understand, okay, this is the writings of a man who may not have been, well, who lived in a different time from me, and have peace with that, you know? Like, that's the goal. That's the Dyer's new life philosophy, the stoic hedonist, you know? Like, I don't have a why, but like, I should make peace with the fact there are some things I cannot control the things I can, and go after the things I want. But like, but stoicism, like, based on what I've read, has a lot of respectability politics in it. At least the direct writings of Seneca has a lot of respectability politics in it. But it does understand the fact that we are members of society and we're not independent from society, and it's not really a crime to not be and you need to understand that people view you through certain lenses, and even then, even with your best, like, ooh, you might think you're fucking cool with all your philosophical chants and quotes and stuff, but some people just think you're fucking crazy. Like, you don't really know what they think, but you can guess based on, like, you attempt to guess, or you make a guess. Well, that's the whole definition of a guess. You make a guess based on, like, what like people have shown you as their response to certain behaviors, and be like, okay, this is what they must think of you based on how they respond. It may not be 100% true, but most of the time you get the general idea, like, you're part of society and stuff, that kind of thing, you know? I think this didn't end in a resolution. I was thinking, like, just randomly talking to myself, it's like, fuck, because I have seen very depressed adults who have continued their life day in, day out, which is something I'm slowly becoming. Like, it's like Dio's, like, I don't think you mature at 25, and 25 is what the fuck's 4 months away. 25 is 4 months away. Fuck, I have 4 months. Dio's going to be happy on her 25th birthday. So we have September, October, November, December. The ember months are gonna fucking rock, you know? They're gonna fucking rock. Why? Because Dio wants to, like, when she gains consciousness at 25, I don't know, am I really a conscious human? I don't know what the fuck. It's like different states of consciousness. When you gain like the final form of consciousness at 25, or at a certain point, so maybe like my brain has finished going on, like, I'm just early, and it's 24 plus, and I'm like, ah, fuck, I'm a miserable adult now. Anyways, fuck, I'm 25. I wonder how, like, the dudes older than me feel, because, like, it's like, you're shaking, you're already 25, you should have done this, you could have done that for more, you need to start your family, you need to provide for yourself. But, like, most of them are giving themselves to, like, 35, and, like, okay, they have a decade to, like, try really hard. Then, I don't know, I feel a lot of, like, 35-year-old men who go after, like, young ladies in their 20s, they look for, like, people who are interesting and all this kind of thing that they can control, and I'm just like, oh, yeah, all the ladies your age are married, or they're just gross to you now, I guess. And you're attractive to young women because you took time to get your shit together. You should make contact with people, you know? I remember somebody actively telling me that. I was like, oh yes, like don't be like, when I was like I don't want to make friends, I want to choose the people that I'm friends with and shit. But like, you need to understand the osmosis. Be friends with work-class people, gather friends wherever it is you can find them, as at peace with a quitting job and whatever. Crucify people. But I want to do well. I want to take responsibility. I want to gain an attention to detail, which is something I should Google after this. How to get an attention to detail. Because they don't teach you those important things. Like you just have to photocopy your parents doing them. But like, I was never really good at copying my dad's character. He was one with the attention to detail. Considering the state of my room, I'm a very messy human, and I definitely didn't get his character. Fuck. Yeah. There's also these things where I was like, I don't know how to retort. I constantly worried I'm toxic. I constantly worried I'm being powerless. I'm powerless. I worried I'm not handling disagreements well. And I realized I'm actually not that great at defending myself. I just ramble off, and if you like what I'm saying, you like it. I have seen depressed adults who are going through the motion of each day, and I fear that I'm becoming that. I fear that, because at this point, what I think of myself is like, I've done a lot, but I still somehow at the back of my head think of myself as skillless and talentless. But I'm like, I need to, okay, this is what I want by this time next year, and go for it. So I think small achievable goal, by 4 months, I need to look for something I can sell and do that well. Maybe like sell power apps that do very important things like CRM responsibilities, and get free power apps for people so they can host on SharePoint with their Office 365 plan, and sell apps and share them, and share app files and download those apps and get people to build and install shit, Oh well. And maybe build apps that work on Dataverse as well, then like build it in templatable formats, and just get good at something, get genuinely good at something. Maybe it's Power Automate. Look for a project, like build software that works on Office 365, move things, learn things, understand the capabilities of the things, and sell these things, because you need dollars, young lady. You need fucking dollars. Anyway, it has been a personal code of conduct. What did we learn? Dario is a rambler. She does like rambling, and it's really fucking cool. And I hope this mic captured everything, because like holding these mics makes me feel like such a podcast guru, especially the fact that I have earpiece in my ear, so it makes my voice sound so much nicer in my head than it probably sounds on the mic. And I like the muffler on this mic. Do. And what did we learn? We learned that we don't really. Dio's personal code of conduct, she doesn't have a why to the things that she wants, and it bothers her greatly. She worries about aging, she worries about hitting 30 and getting older and not feeling stable. But last year she thought like, this new salary should feel stable, but now she's saving a very good amount, even though her currency is in free fall. Our country may not survive next year. Fuck. And what the fuck are you going to be doing with the laptop if there is no country? But like, she looks at her giant city and she just hopes like there'd be no war that would break the economy to this point, But like, humanity is very fickle. I don't know. It's like the whole as China and the US are acting like they want to fight. Let's not think about that. And it's like societal things are so big, and like societal things are so big, and like everything is just huge, and you're just living your life. I want peace and stability. And I think last year I said what would have made me happy was earning a lot better than I did, and yes, I'm earning almost, like, I'm earning times 6. It's basically times 6 of like my first job salary. And I'm kind of insulted at myself as a human being for even taking that nonsense as a salary. Especially now that I understand like expenses and like living and paying rent and other things. And like, it's just ew. I wouldn't even be able to even remotely think of my rent if I was earning that salary. Like, like you would think to pay somebody that, like, I just ordered a takeout. That's okay, no, it's expensive. I'm like, ew. And it's sad. It's fucking sad. It's just fucking sad. I don't know. I really don't know. My sister got married while I was still at that job. Cool. That's weird. And I think I will forever be proud of myself for making that decision. And that's one thing Dio needs to do. Dio needs to make that decision again. Even though you don't have a how or what or why you want to be freaking fucking, you want things. Last year, that's what I thought would make me happier. It didn't. Spoiler. It's like I'm in this podcast writing about like, I'm talking about like how I don't have the will to continue existing because like I don't have a why. But like I need that courage again. And I decided what is going to make me happy is dollars, a British colonial style house, and maybe somewhere where like, and maybe like a winter home, not a summer, because like tropical country obviously going to be my summer home. A winter home in somewhere where I never have to learn how to drive. I'll probably have to be a driver in this country and like work from home first. Like, yeah. So this is the goal for this time next year. For the end of the year. Dollar, be able to confidently pay a bond. See how much you owe. Confidently pay a bond. Like, because you've been working, like, confidently pay a bond, because it'd be a full year in December. Like, yeah, confidently pay a bond if you don't hit that 2 years, or like, or maybe like you, like, there are two ways I could like live my life. Like, I make sure that either by the end of this year, I can confidently pay a bond, get a remote job that allows me to confidently pay a bond. By the end of this year, I have 4 months to do that, or focus on working on my character to improve like stakeholder relations and understanding that I am an adult. I cannot cower away from conversations. I cannot just fold my arms and not take responsibility for my actions. I cannot cry when somebody raises their voice at me and just use this opportunity to battle harder myself, then not have to pay a bond in December. But it doesn't matter if I earn like $2,000, I could easily pay off the bond. But oh well. Either way, whichever comes first, whether this December or next year December, the goal is remote work. For now, remote work, dollars. Then in the next 5 years, tropical home. Or maybe Nigeria gets better and the train is complete and I actually genuinely don't have to learn how to drive in this country, and get like a nice apapa home and visit like my sister sometimes and cuddle with my nephew and niece. Yeah. And maybe I'll be at peace then. Maybe I'll be at peace then. It has been a personal code of conduct and I hope it sounded nice. I should look like cool music. Oh yeah. I'm going to add Chase Atlantic song. Am I? I don't know how to do that. They ended up with like American music and stuff. Oh god, this is an hour-long podcast. Wow, okay, it's 52 minutes. It has been a personal code of conduct. Have a productive week.